Right. Good evening. So it's been it's been a while, uh, but it's time for another night stream. So let's hop into the game. So it's been 12 days since Space Age released, and first let's go over and see what's happened since last time, which has been quite a while ago. So let's check back on Navis. So as you can see, it has grown quite a bit. I have started placing down city blocks, or the beginning of city blocks with power poles and roboports. We don't have cliff explosives yet, so they're not complete everywhere, but we're getting there. I made some basic temporary rail blueprints and rail intersections. So this is just testing out some T intersections. I think down here we have a very basic four-way intersection. I have actually designed a four-way intersection that has no left-hand turns crossing another track with elevated rails, but yeah, it's a mess. And I haven't actually tried it, but it should work. But yeah, it looks horrible. But this is what you get when you try to squeeze in all these curves in one city block. So we'll try that out sometime. Might redesign it as well. Also, noticed something. Let's go over here. The U-turn radius has increased by 2 tiles since pre-Space Age. Previously, you could go from this side over to this side, and it would be the loop would be 100% inside these tracks. But now, as you can see, goes slightly outside, so the radius has increased. And just to be sure, let's look at the old rail blueprints. A straight piece of rail is the same width as before Space Age, and then you could make a U-turn inside. So that's new. The new rails are easier to work with, but not everything is better. So actually consider increasing the width. We can fit that inside the power pole distance, but the original blueprint was designed with lights like this, and then it wouldn't work. So we either have to skip lights or have light on just one side, or we redesign everything. Not today though. What else? Yeah, we expanded quite a bit. Most of this is nothing, but we have our base up here. We have the rails going down to this mine. We are picking up, can't remember that one. We're mining copper ore, smelting copper ore, loading it onto train, For now we have two-way tracks, but the trains are double-headed, so they can, yet again, this is only temporary. So the trains go in and then it goes back out again. So we have this one, it's running out, it's quite slow. Then over here we have a brand new mine. That. So, and this has a ton of copper if we need it. I also redesigned the logic for the stations. So far I've done the loading station logic. Not sure I'm happy with this and finished, but it's one step of the way. The previous logic, let me just show you this one. So previous loader logic looked like this. We had a constant combinator requesting up to 3 trains, and you had manually to set S as in stack size, and you connected all the chests to this pole. Then it calculated how much fitted in one train, and it calculated how many trains it could request based on the amount of items and this limit, and then it outputted the limit L to the station. So basic design for this, I think I got from Nilaus blueprint, but I have improved upon it, like the stack size thing. But now let's forget this, and this is the new. So in this version, again, all these chests are connected to the green wire. They are all full now, so for a 4-wagon train that is 115,000 copper plates. In this combinator, you now set the number of trains you want. I only want 1 train because I don't have a stacker to queue up the trains, so I can only get 1, so it will only ever request 1. And I have decided to have the length of the trains, 4 wagons, and with this we should only once we go to like 8 wagons, we can just change this one, and this all should work. After that, we will read the items in the network and get the stack size with this new combinator. Stack size is 100. What else do we do? We calculate how much that fits in one train, and there are 40 slots. 40 slots times the number of wagons, it's 160 slots. 160 slots times C. That's the capacity. Stack size times the capacity is how much fits in one train, so 16,000 copper plates. And over here we calculate how many trains we could fill. We could fill 7 trains. And down here we check if the number of trains we can fit or the train limit is largest. So this one, if let's see, if the train limit is larger than the number of trains you could fill, it will output the number of trains we can fill. So this one is not activated right now. We can fill more trains than the limit, but the other one, the other combinator, this wasn't green. This should be green because it's 2. So if we can fill more trains than the limit, it will instead output the limit, which in this case is 1. So it will output 1 train, and then we get the result from both of these. Output L, and this L will be sent into this station as a train limit L. I haven't messed about with enable disable or anything else, but this is like I did it before Space Age, so this should work, and it seems to be working. And on this left side is some other shenanigans. We take, we convert, this one was for converting whatever we had, the stack size to the variable s, so it's always the same. And finally, down here, we multiply the available train limit with whatever we had up here, just to get this signal. Then the signal we produced is divided by the stack size, and this will just give a copper signal with the amount of trains that are available. And if we want, we can output this copper signal to the network. Not doing that right now, but it might be useful, so I have prepared for it. Anyway, let's move on from this one. I haven't done the unloading side yet, so unloading station is always on. It will always accept the train, even though it's full. We have removed all the old burner miners. Burner furnaces. So stone furnace and iron furnace are gone. We import iron and we make steel from it. We will probably make steel somewhere else and ship it by train, but for now this is where we make steel. Copper is coming in from here. We have a train for coal as well. Not that we need much coal now that we are smelting with electricity. Speaking of electricity, we have expanded with some solar panels, although I just barely avoid a blackout during the end of the night. So we're building more. Right now the bots are working up here, filling in another city block of solar panels. But it's slow going. I only have one assembler making these ones, but we will have plenty of time, because plan is to go to Vulcanus in a moment, so this will keep going while we're gone. We'll probably have to keep expanding these solar panels as well. Pollution is not a problem. I have a tank, and I have gone around clearing out biter nests around the pollution cloud. Let's have a look at the tank. So the tank is just requesting some uranium explosive shells, some flamethrower ammo, some uranium ammo, and some fuel. And in the equipment grid, which took me embarrassingly long to discover that it had an equipment grid. This little button is the equipment grid, and you can equip your tank. So it has a power generator, it has some shields and some lasers to take out random biters and so on. So it works really well. I haven't gone. We can check the evolution. Evolution on Navis is 88%. I think around 90 you get behemoth biters, so they will pop up in any time now. Fulgora doesn't have any enemies, so that's irrelevant. Yeah, I went to Fulgora first, and that's where I've been. What else has happened in this base? We have stockpiled plenty of uranium. our very easy very easy to build Covarex setup has produced us some about 10,000 these green shiny ones, uranium-235. So we have plenty of those once we research like nukes or something. Don't have nukes yet. Nukes are locked behind some other planet. Let's see where we have the nuke one. Where is the nuke? Atomic. Oh, silly me, silly me. We have actually researched the atomic bomb. Nice. Anyway, maybe you should start producing some. So that gave me time to show off the mall. This is the old mall, and this is the beginning of a new mall. This looks horrible, and I'm going to explain it to you. So these are all part of a module design according to minimal version 2. So if we want to build something, we stamp down the blueprint. It asks us for what do we want to make. Let's say we want to make atomic bombs. And how many do we want to make? I don't know. 10 perhaps. Oh, by the way, these are crazy expensive now. But yeah, let's say we want 10 of them. Or maybe 5 to start out. What time pass now? And this looks absolutely ridiculous. But first, does quality affect the bomb? Sure. So put in some quality modules for the chance to perhaps get the quality bomb. So you hook up this decider combinator to the network, and you can see down in the right hand corner it says output signal 5. That's because this one requests 5. Those are the 5 we put in the blueprint. So this will go through a couple of combinators, and this chest will request everything that's needed for 5 of them. And the reason I have all of these ones is because I don't want to stockpile things in these requested chest. So once we start producing, filling up the machine, and having a completed item in the chest, they will subtract from the request. So these request items will decrease until 0 when we have produced everything. So no waste no wasteful buffers anywhere. So this will chug along. This extra assembly machine up here is a temporary one. It will never craft anything. This is just to get the recipe out, because for some reason you cannot use the read ingredient and the read content one at the same time. I mean, you can check them, but it will mess up everything because the assembly machines output both of them on the same wires. This is just completely messed up, and I hope they will fix it soon. So you can choose to have the content on the green one and the ingredient on the red one, or the other way around. Really hope they fix this. So for now, one of them will output whatever content it's buffering, and the other one is just to get the recipe out. So So this one will start producing these green rockets. Okay. We already made one. Interesting. I didn't already set one of these ones up. No, I don't think so. Yeah. So that's the improved mall. What else do we have? We have a couple of rockets. Rockets now are so cheap. They used to cost 1,000 of each of these 3 resources, and now a rocket costs 50. I mean, really, you don't even need the productivity modules, but yeah, put them in from old habit. Should probably use speed modules instead. Anyway, crazy cheap, but still takes a while to build, so it's nice to have a few if you want to launch a lot of items to your platforms. What else? I have sprinkled around some defensive fortresses, or outposts, you might call them. Otherwise, I have just sprinkled some laser turrets around the base, but I have cleared all nearby close fighters, so fighters isn't really an issue right now. Otherwise, I don't think much is new on Navis. Can perhaps say something about this cargo platform. I have seen on the Factorio Facebook group, a lot of people are asking about this landing pad. So what can you say about that? So I'm trying out this new setup where I, instead of requesting it normally, I will request it through combinators, because if you set your planet to request a certain item, for example productivity modules 2, and I have set it up to request 100 from the space platforms, it will request 100 to fill up this inventory. But if these items are picked up by bots, go to the network somewhere else, this landing platform won't know about it, so it will just try to request more and more and more. So this is an effort to not buffer unnecessary items. So what I have done, I have a rover port which outputs the network content, which is a whole lot of stuff. And then I have a combinator where I have set up what I actually want to request from different planets. We will, next item to request is probably the science pack and miners from Vulcanus. But we can't select these ones. Oh, I can actually select these ones. So would look like this. And then we take the items we want and we subtract the items we have in the network. And this is all the items we have anywhere in the network. So even if we don't have the productivity modules in the landing bay, if we have them anywhere, it will subtract. And then it will output the result. So everything that we have or don't want will have a minus sign. For example, the Fulgora science packs is minus 160, which means that we want 2000 and we have 2000 and some. So that will be minus, but as soon as we use this up, some values will be positive, like for example now space science packs is positive. Yeah, and then we just have a filter to reduce items that are negative, because I don't know why, but when you read network content, it will spit out everything that's in the network, and sometimes it will spit out a negative number for some reason. Very weird. So I just filter out any negative number. Doesn't seem to be any right now, but I have run into that. And then from the final request, I just filter away everything that's minus to tidy it up and output what we actually want. So this one we can't request yet, but we want 512 science pack. And we input that one, and this one should be requesting 500 science packs from the platform. So right now it says 20 are on the way, and we have 1,000 in the logistics storage. So our poor science platform has a lot of space science packs, 1,000 actually, and this one is requesting 500. Right. I will probably have to get back to you on this one, because yeah, I might have messed this up. So we want 1,000, but the content anywhere is 500, but that content is in here. So I will probably have to read the content from this one, but can't read the content and set request at the same time. Well, I will have to be some clever about that. Anyway, it works, it just buffers a little bit less. Awkward. Just trying to show you something that works great, and it doesn't work. Fantastic. So, yeah, purple science is real slow. I haven't bothered upgrading that one. Let's check out Fulgora for a second. Fulgora is, so we have the little island where we landed, where we have just one rocket. We have a sushi train going back and forth, because on this island, yeah, this looks like a mess, I have a bunch of assemblers making different items that needed to build a base, and some other production. And this item is connected to this item. This island is connected to this island through the robot network, because they are so close. So I can build over here, but then I needed a larger island, so I wanted to build down here, and the roboport network doesn't reach here. So sushi train it is. And I just set in this combinator, nope, the other one, this combinator. So here I set which item I want the train to bring to this island. And once the train goes up here and reaches the station, when the station activates, t is set to not equal 0, which will activate this requester chest, which will request all these items. However, it will read what's on the train, because we have read train content, read train stop T, and that way we won't be filling the train many times over, so it will only fill trains with these items, and if we already have, say, 10 requested sets on the train, it won't put any more on there. And the opposite, when the train arrives here, it will unload speed modules, productivity modules, some lightning collectors that are needed up here, and science packs. And they will unload here. And this one will set filter based on what we need. And on the other side, yeah, this one will unload depending on what this island needs. It will read the content. It will filter out there we have in the train, do some circuit differences, and set filters and unload. And loading the other way around, yeah. So we want to load these ones, and we check if it's already on the train. So train is stopped here. Train outputs was on the train, so we have 800 science packs on the train, and we have said we want 200. Okay, bad example. We have 100 productivity modules, and we said we want 100. So this one checks if the train needs to stock something, and request just gets it. So now the train is full. Oh, let's see. Now these items are only needed, will only be shuffled around when I actually building something. So now it's just going back and forth, and it won't do much. Over here we will buffer up what the train, what the platform will be requested. So I just set so it's close to the rocket silo. So that's like 4,000 science packs and some productivity module, and should probably have the speed modules that we're requesting up here as well. Anyway, we have some horrible spaghetti. So a train comes in with some scrap, unload it to these recyclers. Recyclers output everything on this main belt, and it will start to filter out everything that we can get. So recap. Can't see it. So scrap can make like 15 different items. So we filter out ice, we buffer some ice, and we send ice over here to make water. We actually also have a small nuclear reactor which runs on this water. Since the nuclear power only uses 1/10 of the water it used to draw, this works enough. So, and I have some circuit logic and a power switch set up. So if power goes below 10%, it will activate, and once it gets back up to 20%, it turns off it. So right now the accumulators are full because the base is not doing much, but earlier I really needed this power plant, the nuclear power plant, to otherwise power would go down to 0 every day because the accumulators couldn't sustain this base. Now it's pretty much inactive. We're shipping in fuel from Navis, but yeah, it's not being used much. I actually have another one down here, but it has some circuit to not overproduce power, and some circuit logic from the switch, so it should use the free electricity first before using this one. It actually works really well. over here, yeah, we filter out the ice, yeah, whatever this one's called, holmium ore, the one we always need that we never get enough of. It's 1%, so that's always the limiting factor. And we filter out all the other items that we can get. Then over here, we turn holmium into this holmium solution and all the other stuff that we need to produce the science packs and intermediaries for that. Down here we make some robots, construction and logistics robots, and so on. I'll get back to this one in a moment. And over here we have circuit logic for what these recyclers are supposed to do. So to prevent this from clogging up when we get too many items, everything is hooked up to the network, reads how much we have, and this one are set up so if we are in danger of clogging up this belt, these ones will activate. Like for example, if we get more than 2000 iron plates, it will activate the iron plate signal. Iron plate signal will go into these selector combinators and will go out to this requester chest. A requester chest will request whatever is we have too much of and send them through these recyclers and then back into the system. And so that's for these top ones. For the bottom ones is when if we have too few of any item. For example, let's say we don't have enough electronic green chips. It will send a signal to recycle more blue ones, because blue ones turns into green ones. And yeah, similar. Let's say we don't have enough plastic. It will recycle some red chips and some low density structures. And let's say we don't have enough iron plate. We recycle some iron gears and so on. Also here we just, if we have too many stone bricks, start recycling, and if we accidentally pick up some scrap, send them to the recycling as well. So, except from the fact that we are getting in scrap not fast enough, this works well now. I have had it clog up quite a few times, but trimming these values and so on, now it's been a long time since it stopped. But that's not the big problem. The problem is we only get 1% of these holmium ore, which really is what we want. Everything else is just something we need to take care of. Anyway, we managed to make the science packs faster than we can consume them, so not a problem. And I have started to expand down to this large island. The gap here was short. Not only can we connect the Roboport network, we can even connect the power poles, which is amazing because then we can share the power between these islands. So I have filled this island with Roboports, power poles, and the largest size, the lightning collector, which is the big version. First you get the lightning rod, then you get the lightning collector. So this is in preparation for building a larger base on this island, which I have put off until we get cliff explosives, which we will get on Vulcanus. in preparation for that. But this works well. We have a transport platform. We have Fulgora Transport 1. This platform requests the modules and the science pack from Fulgora, and it waits until we have enough fuel and enough ammo before it goes between the planets. Right now I have also added this passenger present because I don't want it to go back and forth by itself, but if we would just remove this one, the platform would be perfectly automated. So if I wanted to go to Fulgora, I just click this button and it will go there. But now it will wait. So the platform is pretty much as it looked a week ago. Some lessons learned. One chemical plant to produce fuel is really not enough. It takes about half a storage tanks to go between planets, perhaps a little bit more. So that's why I have this circuit condition that it has to wait until the fuel has filled up. So otherwise, this is a small platform that works really well, and I have just copied it and made a second one that I call Vulcanus Transport 1. It has all the same logics, all the same layout, which we will soon take to Vulcanus. And I'm actually on. Yeah, I'm actually on this one now. You can see I'm up here. So I think it's time to go to Vulcanus. See how this platform does. It can take us to Fulgora with no problem, so we should be good to go to Vulcanus as well, unless Vulcanus is worse for some reason. So here we can see how far along we are going to Vulcanus. And now we're 2/3 of the way. Still no damage to our platform. Just used about 100 ammunition, and we had 300 to begin with, so we should have plenty when we arrive. And we're at Vulcanus orbit. So let's drop down to Vulcanus. Nice, travel to Vulcanus achievement. Right, we're at a new planet, so tip. Lava processing. Okay, so first of all we get Vulcanus briefing. Planet Vulcanus is a hot planet without water. You can find crude oil, and you can't find find crude oil or uranium, but it contains several new resources. Fluid lava is an infinite resource of minerals as a substitute for patches of stone, iron, and copper. Those can be found in raw form only in big rock. Solar panels is much more effective, unlike Fulgora, where they are worse. The environment is inhospitable. Sorry. With mountainous volcanoes, rivers of lava, plains of ash, sulfuric geysers, and lava isn't landfillable until much later. Yeah, same as with the oily sand on Fulgora. So lava processing. Fluid lava can be pumped using offshore pumps and processed in foundry. And it produces stone, molten iron, and molten copper. It is possible to remove waste item by moving them directly into the lava. So you just yeet it in there, like on the space platform. You just throw it where you throw it into space. You can throw it into lava. Great, but we do not have this one yet, but soon. So let's check the Vulcanus tech tree. So first thing we should do, we should mine calcite. Okay. And that way we get what do we get? Acid neutralization. So you produce combine calcite and sulfuric acid into steam. Great. And you can condense steam into water. Okay. And we have a simplified coal liquefaction. So with some coal, calcite, and acid, we can get some heavy oil. The other one is mine big volcanic rock. It unlocks carbon in chemical plant. And tungsten carbide with carbon and tungsten. Okay. And yeah. And then we can get the foundry. Cool. So, where are we at? Sources. We have some lava over here. We have plenty of stones. I have a huge coal patch, and I don't really know where to go. So, yeah, one other thing. Look at this guy. So we have the mech armor. And the mech armor can fly. So no need for the squeak through mods ever again. And we have 5 exoskeletons, which one is rare, some shields, some lasers, some roboports, night vision, 2 power generators, and some other stuff. So we will be able to get around quite nicely, and we can just fly over all the obstacles, which is just amazing. See a cliff? No problem. Go up it, go down. Lava lake, no problem. Amazing. I think the decision to go to Fulgora first is totally right. Definitely a good place to start. So, yeah, we don't need to waste our battery by shooting lasers at this guy. He's 100% immune to lasers. So actually, what can we do with this guy? Yeah, so this is the enemy on Vulcanus. Different kind of demolisher worms. smoke trail, prevent us from flying. So I've heard that these ones are really hard to destroy. I'm gonna scout around and see what kind of resources we have outside these guys' territory. So we have some calcite and some, so probably build a base somewhere around here. Except there's so many cliffs, so many cliffs. But this guy, he has what kind of resistance? He has 100% resistance to fire, impact, laser. So laser useless. And 99% explosion. Okay, so over here is 99%. The head is only 60%. Okay. Physical 50. Okay, so we're probably using physical damage and explosive damage, and electric 20%. Interesting. And poison 10, only 10%. So yeah, we're gonna have to think about what to do with this guy. Maybe it's time to use one of these capsules. So what are they? They do physical damage, laser damage, and electric damage. So we might try some destroy capsules. And what else? It was poison. So poison capsules. Yeah, 8 poison damage. I don't know. Sounds kind of useless. Also, to be honest, I have never ever in over 1500 hours of Factorio used these capsules. Not even once. Anyway, let's leave this guy be and go explore. Let's explore the territory boundaries. So we have a huge lava lake. I mean, this would be a great place to have a base. We have lava, we have open space, we have no cliffs, but we have no calcite. What's over here? Lava. Tungsten deposit. Okay. Hey, hello there. How's it going? How long have you been streaming on Twitch? I have actually only been streaming on Twitch a couple of days. A couple of days last week and tonight. So not much at all actually. Just trying it for some fun. Goal is not really to be a streamer, but to stream while doing what I enjoy, which is playing this game. How are you? Do you like Factorio, or are you just browsing around some? So let's go. What do we have over here? This is new. Okay. So pump jacks. Okay, and stuff. So if we mine this rock, what happens then? So big volcanic rock. Huge volcanic rock. We have a big volcanic rock over here. Huge. big volcanic rock. This one. Ta-da! Technology unlocked. Tungsten carbide. I'm fine. Besides streaming, what do you like? Do you like any other hobbies? Yeah, while I'm not at at work or with my family, I enjoy TV series a lot. Actually, right now, binge watching a show called For All Mankind, which is fantastic one, I think. So really hooked on that one, but got watching a lot of other shows as well. So, and in the summer, some gardening and stuff, but yeah, not really the season for that. Playing games and watching TV, not that busy. How about you? What do you enjoy doing in your precious free time? I have a feeling we will need calcite. Art is making streaming stuff. Okay. Seems to be a lot of competition going around for that. I think you're probably the fourth person showing up saying exactly that. So is it tough competition in your business? So you should call down some resources from our platform. Then down some solar panels. Some mining drills, poles, and they should arrive around here somewhere. They make all kind of streaming stuff related to the streaming, like logos, banner, overlays, emotes. Cool. Let's see. Find where all the stuff went. Did my stuff go? Ah, over here. Where they end up. Rest. We need belts, undergrounds, splitters. Oh, should send the landing pad as well. Actually, the most useful one. To see some of my stuff. Well, would be interesting if you have something to show just for interest. But I'm just yet to see. It's always fun to see what other people. What's the word I'm looking for? Talents and hobbies and whatnot. But I'm not looking for anything from this. As I said, not really streaming much, just streaming this game that I like. and just a little hobby. Nah, not using Discord actually. A good place. One here. This. Stations. Stuff down. Really. Yeah, a lot of competition in the field. Quality matters. Yeah, I can imagine. As I said, you are not the first one to show up and say they are an artist doing that. So I can imagine. I really can. Well, to be honest, it doesn't really matter if I like your stuff or not. It's not what I'm looking for. Like if you want to post your Instagram, that's cool and all. I might look at it just because I'm curious, but not looking for any business or anything kind of like that. Yep. Just so you know. Let's see. Let's go. What else are we missing? Then the rest of these items down. That's pretty much. Yeah, let's start this as well. This stuff. Nah, the other way around. These ones, not these ones. Okay. This one's powered. Don't really need if it needs power, but anyway, great. We have solar field. We're producing some kind of power. Yes, but it's night, so we have some accumulators, yeah. And now we should be able to do this. Wow, amazing. Wow, so much resources. Great. Yeah, those landed. Go. Power is restored. So we have stone, we have ore, we have this tungsten ore, which seems not to be that hard to get a hold of. And this, I think we have all the resources we need pretty much right here. Let's see. What do we need actually? So we unlocked tungsten carbon and tungsten carbide, which we make in chemical plants and assembly machines. Can't really use them for anything yet, and we want to unlock this mine calcite. Yeah, I'm standing on it. Craft tungsten carbide, which we make from sulfuric acid. Okay, I think I have a plan. Man with the plan. So, furnaces. Like so. So we get some resources going. So we can make whatever it is we need. We need probably some offshore pump. Music is kind of pretty dope. Dun 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 dun. No. Probably. Lava can be pumped with offshore pump. Sulfuric acid geyser. Yeah, looks like we need. Come on. We need pump jacks. We need pump jacks, which needs steel and circuits. Okay. So that's some steel. What else can we do? Yeah, starting on a new planet is a lot of fun, but also a bit confusing. So let's make a new group. Personal Vulcanus. We should request that's going. 5 steel and some circuits. I should have brought assembly machine 3s, but yeah. What can you do? Right, let's make this. We can make copper and we can make perfect ratio by any means, but who cares? So we need more iron. And we need to mine this stuff. So, just to get going, done, calcite unlocked. And that unlocked coal liquefaction, which gives us heavy oil, and heavy oil will give us all the other stuff, all the other oil products we might need. Not sure what we'll need it for yet, but probably will. And we can process calcite and sulfuric acid into steam, which we can use to 500 degrees. Right, we can power the nuclear turbines with those. Then we can revert it back to water, so we can do some cracking. Okay, okay. So we have stuff. Alright, we can, let's output that to some box. Port network, but that's not the important thing. We need this one, and we need some steel, and we are not good to go. We need iron. Yes, one pump jack. I think I know where to find iron. It's called lava. But in the meantime, before we get to lava, we need to do some this going. Stone. Yeah. I have a feeling we will see a lot of stone on this planet. Right. What else do we... Oh. I have steel. Yes. 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 Steel. Let's steal the steel. Okay. What's the condition for moving to a foundry? Craft tungsten carbide. Okay. Tungsten carbide needs assembly machine with tungsten ore, which we have plenty of. Carbon we found, and sulfuric acid. So, and move over here. That lone power pole. Ta-da! So now, oh, so we unlocked this guy, which needs steel, circuits, tungsten carbide, refined concrete again, lubricant, which we can make from oil. We can cast pipes directly. We can cast underground pipes. Somehow, okay. And we can cast... What can we cast? 500 lava and 1 calcite makes 250. We can make molten iron, molten copper. Can smelt iron, we can smelt copper, but only 50 at a time. We can... Okay, so we get molten copper, and from molten iron and copper we can cast So 1 calcite for 250 molten, 20 molten for 2 iron. So 1 iron per, so 1 calcite for 25 plates. Okay. Can cast steel. Super cheap. Instead of 5 steel, we can get them for 3 and also pretty much free. We can cast gears, we can cast sticks, we can add plastic and cast low density structures. So now we know why we get all this oily stuff to make plastic. We need low density structures to launch rockets. So there we have our answer for that. We can cast concrete, which is great because something somewhere needed improved concrete. And we can cast the copper cables. Great, great. Now we're thinking with portals. Right, so let's get this guy. I brought a lot of pipes with me. But before we make more pump jacks, can build a small base around here. So let's get some of this stuff back to base. Here. Tank. Nice to have. Tank in here. Oh. Then we need calcite, and it doesn't seem we need that much calcite. So 1 minor section. Let's start over here on the edge. Okay. Right. We need to upgrade to red belt. Now we're why don't we have any power? Have power. Accumulators are full. Right, we don't have power poles. Not a problem. This should be plenty, and we want to build our first foundry. So steel, yes please. Circuits, tungsten carbide. Okay. Lubrication, the lubricant, and to make that we needed where did that one go? Coal, there, simple coal liquefaction. So we have coal up north, and we have calcite, and we have sulfuric acid. So let's get some coal down here. Let's get some coal down here. section and belts and flaming ashland tree. Actually pretty cool. So we need power. Power, we have coal, we have acid, we have calcite. That should be pretty much everything we need except this. A bunch of circuits. Not the problem. And we need tungsten carbide, which we made. Oh, we can make it over here, perhaps. Tungsten carbide. It was the carbon that we find in the trees. The tungsten ore that we find everywhere, and the sulfuric acid, which we are pumping out for free. So let's do it like this, and output. Okay. Power is not a problem. 50 tungsten carbide. Okay, so let's figure out the lubricant part. So let's start with this one. We need coal and calcite and sulfuric acid, and we need to put everything in oil refinery. Damn it. To worry, we just need some stone. Empty of that. Empty of that. Feels like I'm back in the early game where you handcraft plates, run around, insert ore, pick out plates. Okay, so one refinery. Chemical plants we brought with us. Do we get from this? So we have one of these. Down. Let's make. Really? Okay, so both inputs, and we need coal and we need that dude over. How are we doing on belts? Almost out of belts. Did we bring extra belts? Don't think so. Vulcanus, transport. Few ones. And landing, and there we have a few more. So we'll have to start crafting belts soon. Okay, so let's get it. Get this one over Let's make it like this, and we can have heavy oil. Great, I think. Slow going, but we get some heavy oil. And heavy oil can be turned into lubricant without any water. So we have that one, and oh, finish that one. Great. So let's do some the damage on the destroyer. We might actually need that one. Okay. Yeah. So what do we need? Let's just okay. So steel, electronic carbide. We have lubricant. Okay, refined concrete. Let's make refined concrete. Refined concrete. Need all of this. Steel, sticks, concrete, and water. Oh my god. Yep. Yep. And we need water. We got a recipe to make water. Steam condensation in chemical plant. So we first need to make steam from sulfuric acid and calcite, which we have on hand. Have it over here. Can make steam. Oh. Again. Steam. And we make 10,000 steam. Holy moly. Else? What else? Else did we need? Then we need to condense it. So we just this, condense, and bam, we have water. Okay, we have water. Now we have water. We just need concrete, which I have a feeling needs water as well. Yes. Stone bricks and iron ore, and we got a lot of the iron ores over here. So let's give it 50 ore and smelt some stone. Okay, yeah, let's give it some more stone bricks. Needs a lot of stone bricks, and we need, for every one of these, we need 20 concrete and some steel and iron stuff. Steel and iron stuff. Okay, we have steel. We just need the iron stuff. Iron stick, actually. Let's make a bunch of those. I don't know how many we need. A few. make some of those. Then we have steel, we have some circuits, handcrafted, tungsten carbide, some of this and that. Let's do that. And, 50 steel, we will need to make more steel, which is fine. Not a problem. What does this one need? This is carbon stuff. Have we gotten any more of this carbon stuff? We don't get it from these ones. We got this from the trees, right? There we go. Oh. Oh. Huh. Interesting. So we got some more of the carbon stuff. Actually, okay, so we can make it with sulfur and coal, which we have a lot of. It's used in something we don't have yet. We can make coal from carbon. Maybe we need it for some reason, I don't know. And for this tungsten carbide, we will need it for carbon fiber on gleba. That one, trusty fuel, advanced trusty fuel. Oh my god, so this one gives 75 trusty fuel, this one gives 1500 for pretty much the same thing. Pretty much for free. Interesting. I'm gonna need to ship back some calcite to Navis for sure. Okay, so we need 50 steel to get going. 50 steel. We need 30 of the green ones. We need 50 of this triangle thing. And now we're just waiting for 20 refined concrete. And here we go. First foundry. And I have a feeling we would make a lot of this, so let's praise some stuff. Okay, so we got the big mining drill. Great. So we have the foundry, crafted one item of the foundry, we got the big mining drill, which can only be crafted out of all this stuff. We have that. Next in line is tungsten steel, which is, the recipe is called tungsten plate. So plate, steel, make up your mind. And craft a big mining drill, and we will get this one. And then we craft the plate, and we can start making this science pack, which needs all this new stuff. And once we can make this, we can, we'll look at that one later. So we made a foundry. It's a huge beast. So right. Right. So we can make the holmium solution because this bad boy, has a built-in 50% productivity. And holmium plate is horrible to get, so we could get twice the holmium. Or not twice, but anyway, a lot more. 50% more. If we ship some foundries to Fulgora. Definitely a goal. Definitely a goal. So let's place it over here, perhaps. So what do we want to make first? We want to have lava and calcite and produce. I can choose between iron and copper, so let's make iron first. It's gonna need some calcite, no problem. We can place power. Let's play harbor placement over there. So we get lava. Actually, so we get 1200 lava per second, and this one uses 500 per 16 seconds. Yeah, so one pump is gonna make plenty of this for us, and it's gonna output a horrible amount of stone. So let's right, we need. Let's do this. Let's set it to stone and hello there. We can't yet. But fear not. Fear not. Time we are. Well, actually, no time. But we have roboports. We just don't have any bots. Should have sent some bots. Anyway, we can try this one. Let's put some calcite in. 16 seconds, that's no 16 seconds. Because crafting speed 4, so actually. Right. Let's move this one down here. And we can fill this one up. So now here. Molten iron. Then we need another one of these. Damn it, we need another one of these. Yes. We need another one, so we need to get some more steel. And yeah. Okay, let's make some steel. And some circuits. And this triangle thing. The purple Triforce. Oh yes. So this one is basically free. This is free. This is free. This is annoying, and this is. We need more. Fixed. So how many sticks do we need? We need 8 sticks. Yeah. Let's do this. Don't think we need concrete for anything else until we are going to build a rocket. Because the rocket silo needs 1,000 concrete, but we'll get there. We will get there. So not gonna stream for a whole lot more. It's actually pretty late at night. That's why it's so dark in here. So I'm going to end stream pretty soon, and then I will probably take a few days to get the base up and running here on Vulcanus, figure out all this new logistics stuff, and then come back and see what we got as a result. It's no problem. And so, thank you. Let's save first. Thanks for watching, and see you again. See you later.